There is an all-out attack on persons with disabilities. And, with the orange-faced monster, I'm sorry, I still can't say his name publicly, referring to us as useless eaters. So we need to fight back, and we need to fight back with everything we've got, because it is getting very dangerous for us right now. So I'm Annette Bourbonnier from Nothing Without Us, Stories and Discussions of Meaningful Inclusion. Please, before I go further, please drop me a like, drop me a comment. Please tell your friends, subscribe. This will all keep all of this going. So, definitely tell your friends. This is something we really need to pay attention to. So according to today's Disability Scoop, yes, that is a regular newsletter. The Administration for Community Living, which is a department under the Department of Health and Human Services. It's an administration. It's an agency that oversees programs helping people with disabilities access a whole range of services in communities. They're for older adults, younger adults, people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, families, caregivers. This agency is going to be closed. Great. By the way, I'm also familiar with other functions of this agency, including research, real good research on programs and policies related to people with disabilities. So, I mean, they're saying, well, okay, don't worry about it. We're just going to find other ways to split up the core functions. Nothing will be lost. Yeah, right. And tariffs are going to cause prices to go down, and eggs are going to be returned to their original price on day one, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not willing to believe this. I got to tell you, not even a little bit. So, they say that these core programs are going to be distributed, but HHS says, and this is Robert Kennedy Jr., he's also saying that, it's no problem if you get measles, right? He said it expects to downsize its workforce by 20,000 full-time employees. And, they're, going to eliminate an entire alphabet soup of departments and agencies while preserving their core functions, according to RFK Jr. Yeah, we're going to do more with less. Again, if you believe that one, I have some other stories to tell you. So, okay, the weird thing about this is that this administration for community living was established 12, 14 years ago in an effort to bring together the aging and disability programs, recognizing that most people in these populations live in the community and want to remain there. I'm seeing danger signals out of this. I really am. So it funds, Centers for Independent Living, protection and advocacy systems, developmental disability councils, and more. This comes from Alison Barkoff, who is a professor at George Washington University, and she led the administration for community living under the Biden administration. Many people haven't heard of this administration. However, they've most likely benefited from many of its programs. And more than that, and this is really important. This is also from Alison Barkoff. She said, it ensured that federal agencies considered the needs of people with disabilities in decision making. While this administration was in effect, ACL had a seat at the table with the secretary, with leaders of programs. And if this agency is broken up, we will not have a seat at the table the disability voice will be lost. And I can't tell you how bad that is. It is so hard to get our voices heard. This is a huge loss for disability. So it's it says that HHS says, oh yeah, everything's going to continue elsewhere. But again, seeing what is really going on in Washington, D.C., seeing the chaos that exists and the destruction, I think we are in real trouble. We are in real trouble. I mean, you know what they're doing to Social Security. Now they're saying some of these programs are going to go to, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. Well, they're also in big trouble. They're trying to cut those SNAP programs, everything that we depend on to be able to live our lives fully and independently, and which, by the way, allow us to pay taxes and contribute to society. They're forgetting this part because, again, the orange-faced monster considers us useless eaters. And I'm still trying to find a way to wonder. I'm still trying to find out what use he has. But anyway, so a lot of organizations are really shocked by this. I am not really shocked. Not for a long time am I shocked by anything this monster is doing. But the idea that this administration really promoted community living, it has supported family caregivers, it supported all kinds of programs that kept us in the run, on this planet, living life fully. We already are worried about this awful lawsuit coming out of Texas, and now they're doing this to further, jeopardize our rights and well-being, and this is really scary. So we need to find the best way to fight back against this. I'm hoping that there will be lawsuits. I'm hoping definitely protest, definitely write to your congressional representatives. I mean, this is really and this is a gut punch. It's pretty terrible, and we need to change what's happening. We need to fight back with everything we have, and I'm not even sure what that fight is going to look like, but we have to do it. We have to find it. Anybody want to give me comments? Send me comments, ideas of how we can fight back. Tell me what we can do. Let's organize. Let's do it. This is a tragedy. I knew it was going to happen, so that's why I'm not shocked. I mean, I didn't know this was the path it would take, but I did know that we were in jeopardy. So, let's do what we can. Again, please send me comments on what you think we can do to fight back against this. Our lives depend on it. So, thank you for listening. I'm Annette from Nothing Without Us. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please tell your friends. Give me a like. Let's keep the conversation going here. Tell your friends they can find me on patreon.com/nothingwithoutus. I'm also on YouTube, Spotify, and you can find me on LinkedIn and Blue Sky. So until the next Nothing Without Us, I'm Annette Bourbonnier.